Okay, drone pool here. Before I get started, I just want to make one thing clear. This is not intended to be a Hubsan or Zino bashing video, okay? This is clearly just to document what I've been going through since I've had my Zino. There are a lot of people out there who have had great luck with their Zino. They love it. No issues. Okay? I understand that. There's also, I'm found out since I've been having issues digging and researching, that a lot of people are also having issues with the Zino. So to me, it's almost, anymore, it's like a crapshoot. You don't know what you're going to get, a good one or a bad one. So I'm not saying Hubsan's junk, because there's a lot of good Zinos out there. And a lot of the issues sometimes are just simple little fixes. The problem is diagnosing them, find out exactly what it is. So I really don't want this to be about bashing Zino or Hubsan, because I'm not. All I'm really wanting to do is just share what I have experienced so far, and hopefully someone out there with more experience than I has some solutions or something. So I'm going to start from the beginning. It's going to take a few minutes to get through all of this, so if you want to hang in there, go get a drink, go get a snack or something, because it's going to take a few minutes. So I'm going to start from the beginning. Okay. Day 1, flight 1. Okay, after watching videos of the binding, connecting, pairing, all that, I watched them over and over. I did all the out-of-the-box calibrations before you even fly, horizontal calibration, gimbal, all that stuff. Okay, did all that. So I take the bird out of the box, I get it set up, I do all my stuff, it connects, I get it up in the air just fine. No issues whatsoever, it's flying. And as I move it from side to side, it's kind of twitchy, okay, jerky a little bit. And I know that in the settings, there's speed control settings where you can tone that down to make it more smooth. So that's what I wanted to do. But since this was my first flight, I didn't want to go into the settings while the bird is hovering in the air. I thought I'll bring it down, set it down, go into the settings, make my adjustments, and get back up in the air. So I bring it down, set it down, just fine. It's 6 feet in front of me. I'm sitting there going into I didn't turn anything off. I'm going into the settings to make my adjustments, and while it's sitting on the ground right in front of me, it disconnects. Okay. I tried over and over to reconnect, Xing the app, opening it back up, rebooting the transmitter, blah blah blah. At one point it said I was connected, had the green light, ready to fly. I had no video feed, nothing. I thought, well, I'm not gonna fly. So long story, I shut everything down, started over from scratch, booted up the bird, transmitter, app, all that. Okay, ready to go. So I get it back up in the air again. I'm seeing what those adjustments are like. I think, well, I'm going to adjust it down a little bit more. So as I start to bring it in, I lose connection and it shoots straight up. And the first thing I think is, oh God, it's flying away. But then I realize, no, it's just going to its return to home altitude. So it does that, it starts coming back down, I regain connection, I regain control, so I'm bringing it down manually, because all I want to do now is just set it down. 5 or 4 feet from the ground, it loses connection and shoots straight back up again. Same scenario, starts coming down, I regain connection, start bringing it down manually, 4 or 5 foot from the ground right in front of me, it loses connection, shoots straight back up. Now during this time I realized, I looked at the screen, I had like 40% battery, it said, during this time right here. So as it's coming back down, Okay, it just said I had 40%. The third time it's coming back down. I never regained control. Something about low battery flashes on the screen in red, which I just had 40% a few minutes ago. I never gained control of it. I can't do anything. It's coming down and it's getting ready to land on a concrete set of stairs. And I just think, oh God, what's going to happen? Luckily, it landed almost perfectly with no damage. It scuffed up a couple props, and that's it. Here's how it landed. I'll show you a picture. Okay, I was very lucky. So that was the end of day one. I was done. Frustrated, done. So I go out day two. I go out in the backyard away from the concrete steps. In the most open part of my yard I have, sky right above me. I can't even get the phone to connect or the transmitter to connect, nothing. It keeps telling me or prompting me that phone is not connected to controller properly. Over and over and over, no matter what I do. Eventually, it halfway connects, I get in the app, I hit the controller, Wi-Fi's already selected, and then you click on the other part where you connect to the transmitter, and it brings up a dialog box with the networks that you can connect to. It doesn't bring anything up, it just keeps spinning and spinning. Refresh, timeout, try again. Okay, I can never ever get it to connect. So I just shut everything down. I went about 100 feet, 150 feet over to another part of the yard, the next open area I had. Started from scratch, booted everything up, and it connected just fine. Okay. So I get it in the air, just watching it. I didn't want to get it real high. So it's, I don't know, 20 feet in front of me, 40 feet up. I'm just watching it hover, making sure everything's kind of kosher. I start to bring it down. I get it like, I'll have to look at the feed, but I did record a screen this time. It almost hits the ground. It's getting real close to the ground, and then it disconnects. Now, it didn't shoot straight back up. It just came on down and shut down. I'll show you this clip from the screen recorder where the screen went black, but you could still hear the motor spinning and everything as it shut down. So here's that clip. What the heck happened there? Okay, now, once it disconnected that low to the ground, it is a pain in the butt to go through all the crap to try and get it to reconnect. It will never reconnect the first time doing everything proper. It takes multiple times. I got it up in the air again, brought it back down and landed it just fine. I was able to launch it again, go back up, came back down, disconnected again. So it seems to me that most of the issues with the disconnect have been low to the ground or on the ground. After I've landed, it disconnects to where I can't just relaunch again. So I don't know what's going on with that. So here's another thing. My very first video, our very first flight, where everything was going fine before I set it down the first time, I was able to record with one of my memory cards in 2.7K. I have footage of that. Okay, on the second flight, when I would hit record, it said, it's the same card. It said card too slow. Why would it let me record the first time, but not the second time? I even went all the way down to 720 and it would not let me record. So I don't get it. So I got one of these. Extreme Plus, 4K HD. Hopefully this will work. But if it's not going to work right, I don't know. So after 2 flights, 2 attempts to fly, you know, I've had nothing but disconnect issues. It's been suggested that you cut some rubber tabs off of the OGT cable or OTG cable to get a better connection. I did that, and that didn't seem to help. They say, I had a suggestion, make sure the Wi-Fi on your phone is off. You don't need that on at all while you're flying with the controller because it connects through the cable. And I will say this, I flew with the cable, or I flew with my Wi-Fi on and off. Now, one time when I brought it in and I landed, I couldn't remember if I had the Wi-Fi on or off, so I checked and my Wi-Fi was on my phone. So as soon as I turned my Wi-Fi off, I lost video feed. Went back and turned the Wi-Fi back on, couldn't even regain video feed. So, I don't know what's going on. I'm a Phantom 3 guy. This is the first new modern technology quad I've had since the Phantom 3, other than FPV drones. So, I'm not ruling out still that there's a lot of pilot error just from my lack of knowledge. I don't know. But it shouldn't be this hard. I've done everything the way people describe it. I've watched videos. I've watched Hubsan's videos. Why is it when I land or low to the ground it loses connection? And then it's hard to regain connection. So what I'm going to do, I have another phone. I've been using a Samsung Galaxy 9S with the Class C connector. So I have another phone. I'm just going to use the micro USB cable to see if the cable makes any difference. If not, a friend of mine who lives close offered to ship me his transmitter to see if it'll fly better with that. That way we'll know if it's a transmitter issue. Could be the USB port in the transmitter. Who knows? I don't know. All I know is something ain't kosher in the land of plenty. That's for sure. And it's frustrating. I don't want to have to spend another $70 on a transmitter, because that would nullify, you know, the deal I got on the drone. But you know what kind of hassle it's going to be with Banggood and making videos, shipping crap back to them. I don't know. So I don't know. I'm going to try it with a different phone, different cable. I'll come back and let you know what's going on. This is 13 and a half minutes already, so that's my story. If you have any input, feel free to leave it below. And once again, I am not making this video to bash Hubsan or Zino. This is just what I'm going through right now. Okay, that's all. Just to get it out there. Here's what I'm going through. Can anybody help? Basically. So, you know. So I hope you understand that. Don't give me a bunch of hateful comments, please, because I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything like that. Alright, well, I guess that's it. I'll probably go out tonight with the other phone when it cools down and see what happens. Alright, thanks a lot. Drone Pool, signing out.